Safe trip. All right.
Yep.
Hello, folks. It's Wednesday night, and I'm in Louisiana where Louisiana Beer Reviews and Beverage Ramble is in Georgia, and we are looking at beers made in Alabama.
Yes, I've had the Kahabi. I had some Kahabi beers from there. Yes.
Cahaba. Yeah, I have too. Now, here is what I have: Movie Snacks Sour. Now, this is from Trim Tab. It's got no date on the can, guys. People need to put the damn date. Uh, so this is movie snacks, and it's supposed to taste like a movie candy.
What type of candy, I wonder?
I poured it in a glass, and I'll pour a little bit more to get the head of foam. And it was just a spongy white head. It's mostly orange looking. You can see these flavored ales, flavored malt beverages don't usually have much head anyway. But it's the light will come through. The light will shine through it, but you cannot see through it. It's like a party bulb. Okay.
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Tonight I am drinking from Back 40 Brewing Company, beer company, excuse me. This is the Truck Stop Honey. This is one of their core beers or flagship beers from the company. Brewery is based in Gadsden, Alabama. It's an English brown ale, 6%. Pop it open here, and I'm going to pour it in this glass right here. The glass a little cold, frozen, so I'm going to pour it. I reviewed this 7 years ago. I haven't done a rehash. I don't know if we really need to. I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was deserving of a rehash. So, but yeah. So have this nice, enjoyable English brown ale made with brewed with wildflower honey. And as it says on the site, is kept the lights on around here for over a decade. So, of course, the company is have a brewery in Gadsden, and I did not know this, but they have a brewery in Birmingham, which is about an hour and a half away from where I am.
Yeah, I heard that too.
2 hours. 2 hours, I believe. So, yeah. I think I need to make a trip to Birmingham and just kind of lay the land, see, not only Trim Tab, but also good people and a few other spots.
I go there every year to visit a relative, as you know.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to show the website. Movie Snack Sour Ale. It's the Candy Shop rotational series. This is what they're rotating right now. Tangerine, wildberry, raspberry, and lime. And a sour ale. They don't give the ingredients except for the those fruit flavors. And they're saying it's 8%, right?
Yep.
But the can that I'm drinking from, well, I'm pouring it out. But the can is saying 7.2. So the can ABV doesn't match the website. That's kind of weird.
I've seen a lot of that with some of the beers I reviewed, like the one I did the other day, the Cherry Street Oasis, OASIS, and it said 10.5, but my can said 10.1. So Imperial Stout.
So it appears.
Sometimes go with what the website.
It appears that they're trying to make this taste like what? Gummy bears, right? I never eat gummy bears, so I don't know.
I love them. I chew it. That's one of my snacks. I don't have some now.
So you might. Well, if you love gummy bears, you might love this beer then.
But something I'll chew on in the car. Stop at the Dollar Tree. Some of those little dollar snacks, Well, I've been on this sour thing for a while and enjoying them quite a bit. So Not everyday beers, but I do enjoy a sour.
Now, if you go to Aldi, they probably got something called like Bummy Gares. Instead of gummy bears, they probably got Bummy Gares.
Yeah. They taste just like gummy bears, but only different name. So, but so as I see, poured my brown ale here in the glass, as you can see. So far, like with on the nose, obviously you get the honey, you get the aroma of that, and then they're using a little sort of a little roasted malts. But so far, I've been sipping on this really. I mean, it just not down the taste of the honey, but really there's an interesting hop flavor to this too. I mean, this to me doesn't really taste like an English ale, in my opinion. It tastes more, I don't know, more of a, I guess, I don't know, maybe an amber, more so. I mean, most English ales, brown ales, are not always this sweet, using this type of honey. Usually, most English ales tend to be a slightly, not overly, but slightly bitter. Would you agree?
Slightly bit what?
It'll be slightly bitter at times.
Yeah. Now, at least this company's given the
more of a caramel thing. I'm getting.
Yeah, caramel. At least this company's given the ingredients: 6%, 14 bitterness units, honey, crystal, chocolate, and 2-row barley malt.
Right.
Honey, crystal, and they use Apollo and Willamette hops. It's sold year round. Wildflower honey.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. Like I said, I doesn't feel like an ale, but it was a good ale, but not a brown ale. But it's not bad. It's been a while since I had this. When I lived in Mobile, I was able to get a lot of stuff. A lot of beers from Alabama, truck stop, and I figured distribution would be good here. And again, I was hoping at that place I went to, I was going to find a lot more Bama beers, stuff from Trinidad, stuff from good people, and I was. Just shelves were barely much of nothing. So it's like, I got this, and I'm not going to drive like a madman trying to find another beer. So I'll stick with this. So,
and it says truck stop honey will always keep the good times rolling. Now, what is the French expression for "let the good times roll"?
Laissez bon temps rouler.
Naked Pig Pale Ale. I think I had this one, didn't I?
That is good too, and the Bama Rosa I've had too as well. Pawpaw Peach, yeah, that's one of their newer ones. Yeah, Freckle Belly. I remember that, but I don't think I ever got a chance to have that. Didn't have that either the Cart Barn Light.
Right, just what you need from a craft beer company, a light beer. Okay.
I definitely had that recently, the peanut butter porter. That was good. Yeah, so I was able to get something, but that I got that. Bought that. I think I bought it from there. Yeah, I did bought it from there, from Local Vine.
10.5% alcohol. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, that's the one, the Bama Mosa. That was good. The brewed ale. And that style was very popular for a brief minute. All of a sudden, it just I know Sierra Nevada had one, and
it was like
Vita
like
had
a month,
one too.
right?
Yeah, Vita had one as well. The champagne flavored beer or something like that.
It was like a month, and then it was gone. Like overnight, everybody got rid of them. Look at all of these specialties they've got, man.
Yeah. So if you're willing, I don't know Gadsden. I don't know if it's near Montgomery or one of the big cities or Huntsville. I'm not sure. Gadsden, Gadsen, Alabama, and of course the breweries in Birmingham. So yes,
that's cool.
So I've had some good stuff from them, and I've been, I have not been disappointed by anything they've done. What would you say the most popular brown ale out there? Is it not Boddington? Is it? No, Boddington is not brown ale. What's
Newcastle?
the one?
Newcastle,
right? The one that from your neck of the woods in New Orleans, the brown ale. What was it?
Turbo Dog.
Yeah, Turbo Dog. There's another one from the New Orleans Lager.
NOLA. I don't know if it's a brown ale. It's
I'll sit down right now. Sit in my chair.
All right, now I'm going to give the score. Uh-oh, television.
Okay, I'm standing up again. I'm sorry.
Let's turn it off.
I'll stand up. Yeah.
I just don't want the video to get,
Gotcha. So
all right. I was trying to explain that to David. I was like, it's not a joke. Okay. Well, I don't love this, but I like it. It's got like ale taste. It tastes like an ale. Okay, so it tastes like just a regular old general American ale. I don't know how to explain it. The bitterness is low. The tartness is kind of high. The sweetness is moderate, not really too sweet. Maybe 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. The beer has settled down, and so let me shake the can, see if I can get any sediment. I doubt there'll be any. They're adding fruit flavors. They're adding no coloring. So there's no food coloring added. It just looks like this from the ale part. Ales can look this way. Now, it smells like fruit, tartness, fruit flavor. I'll tell you the main flavor I'm getting from the fruit flavoring is, you ever had anything that was blue raspberry?
Oh, recently, yeah. I had one, the party starter, that sour ale from Gate City,
Yeah, and even if you get those bomb pops, those from the freezer section, the bomb pops will taste like blue raspberry. And there's a Four Loko blue raspberry, the red, white, and blue. There's a Smirnoff Ice blue raspberry. And there's it's just they put that in Tasty Freeze, those freezy pops. They put that in a slushy. That's what they call slushies. They put that flavoring in ices, and apparently they're putting that flavoring in this. There's no such thing as a blue raspberry. That's just a coloring they use, but there is such thing as raspberry, we know. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it does taste a little more craft beery than those flavored malt beverages, but I'm not going to sit here and say it tastes way more craft beery than those flavored malt beverages, and those are usually a lot cheaper than this per ounce. So I kind of get confused by craft beer these days, where they're coming out with light beers, regular lagers, and all kind of flavored malt beverages that taste a lot like Smirnoff Ice Smash and Seagram's Escape Spiked and the original Club Tails and all. It's like, well, wait a minute, what's happening over here? So
it doesn't feel like a sour. It doesn't taste like you ain't getting that tardiness, whatever.
It does taste like a sour. You get a little sourdough bread. You get a little tartness. But what I'm trying to say is that you can get a lot of those experiences in those cheap convenience store products too. I mean, they do. They have
the price.
Yeah, they'll have the same tart, the same like blue raspberry flavor. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think the difference is that big as people might think. And if you think it's different, you might want to do a blind taste test. But I would definitely not get Four Loko and then start doing blind taste tests with that, because you're 23.5 ounces of that can is too much already, coming in at 14% or 13.9. So you're just asking for big time trouble. Maybe if you did 5 ounces of it and Smirnoff Spiked or something like that, but you can only drink a little bit of it. There's a beer reviewer out there from England. His face is all bruised up and got stitches by his eye. He's wearing something on his arm because he said, yeah, I went out drinking last week. And he doesn't remember what happened, but he fell down and hit his face on the ground. And he was like, He's like, people probably think I'm some old alky. He said, no, I just he said I got scared after that. I was like, man, I need to stop going out and drinking all these high alcohol beers one after the other at a
Drink
bar.
water. Drink water in between.
Because his face was all swollen and bruised up. I'll say, oh man. But
Drink
okay,
water.
so how do I score this? Well, I like it. I always give those other ones high scores. I mean, if you want to drink a beer that tastes like a candy, go ahead. I wouldn't, but I'm drinking it, right? I'm gonna score it. Whoops. When I did my solo review, I said 94, but I think I'm gonna drop to 93. It's not much of a drop. I can't see going to a bar. I can't see going to a brew pub like at Trim Tab. You know how these breweries have their own little brew pub. I can't see going to a place like that and paying $9 for a glass of this. $3.99.
I can't. I just have to give me a sour, or give me one of your session IPAs or light beers. I'll be fine. Thanks.
Well, if I'm gonna pay an exorbitant amount, give me a 12% Imperial Stout at least. But anyway, that's the way I feel about it. I like it. Would I recommend it? I guess I would recommend it. Yeah, if you want to drink a beer that's like gummy bear oriented, why not? Heck. So, what are your thoughts on this honey brown?
I enjoy it. I mean, like I said, it's been 7 years since I've had it, and I don't get it regularly. I mean, I don't really drink a lot of English ales, English brown ale. Excuse me. Loving the honey part of it. That gives it makes it really interesting, especially the type of honey they're using. I think this is good. I don't feel it's a brown ale. I think it's more of a amber ale, sort of like most like a amber style ale with caramel and whatnot. But I think this is good. I'm gonna go B+ on this one. I'll go 86 out of 100.
Well, in my opinion, 86 is just a regular old B, but I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, he smacked his face on the ground a couple of times. I heard something about that. That's bad. That's scary.
Very scary. Very daunting.
I like to drink beer, obviously, because I have a channel devoted to it.
Disturbing.
I have a channel devoted to it. But this drinking till I fall on the ground and hit my face, nah, that ain't really appealing to me, I got to tell you. And feeling sick, getting hurt, feeling sick, getting sick. I'm sorry. I just don't want to be part of it. I'm sorry. I'm not one of the cool kids, I guess, or something. I don't know. I'm missing. Maybe I'm a nerd or something. People that work to me, you're a nerd. You're a nerd. You don't want to do anything fun. I say, well, doing a beer review to me is fun,
Yeah, that's what I do most. I don't do it every day, but that's what I do for my fun. And if I am going to a tap room, I'll get 2 beers and that's it. I'm out. See you. I ain't gonna break the bank.
Oh yeah, you can go bankrupt going out drinking every night.
Yeah.
So a B, right?
Yeah, basically a B for this one. Yeah.
Good, but nothing to get excited about.
Right. Basically. So.
You ever had that honey brown ale in Rochester, New York?
Yes, Dundee. Yeah. So, thanks for bringing that up because I think maybe there might be this similarity between that one, between this one and that. But the honey brown has been around for a good while. From that brewery, and of course, same brewery that does Genesee beers, Dundee, right?
It's all the same company, yeah.
I think the Florida something company out of Florida, some with ice.
Yeah, they're actually from Costa Rica, but yeah, FIFCO, Florida Ice and Farm Company, FIFCO, FIFCO.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, I read your little story you posted about the sales of Bud Light and how it's also affecting the budget brands, Bush Light and Natural Light. I figured that they would have stave off all that situation. But I think it's just completely anything that says AB InBev, some folks will say, no, we ain't buying it. We're going Pabst, we're going Molson Coors the route.
Yeah, it's true. It's really happening. And people are at the bar drinking and they're like, I ain't drinking that stinking Bud Light. I'm going to drink some Michelob Ultra. And then people at the bar are like, what are you talking about? It's the same company.
It's the same company.
It's the same company, bro. He's like, oh, yeah, well, give me Miller Lite or something.
Yeah, the new segment did it. I called them. I said, "Whoa, Miller Lite is not part of the AB InBev brand, guys. So y'all need to correct that quickly."
Give me St. Archer Golden Ultra. You remember that beer that was out for just a few months? It was like trying to compete with Michelob Ultras, like St. Archer Gold, St. Archer. That was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it, but nobody would buy it except me.
Yeah, the price point was a big reason too. I think that just kind of shocked people.
It was high, yeah.
No thanks. Only beer that comes close to Michelob Ultra is really nothing. Really, I mean Michelob Ultra. I mean for what they've done, how they just. I mean, I turn around now. I mean that's what people just when I go to any sporting event, whether it's Michelob Ultra, I say, guys, I mean really, Michelob Ultra, man.
Bye bye, David Arthur. David's watching. Hector's watching. Commerce, Ozzy's watching, Michael Stevens, Shane Fudge, Rosier, Jeff Lyons, David Cassidy's watching, Keith's World, Preston Martin, Max Walt from Russia, Jason Cleveland. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine. I just have to post something right there. But, I just see what they like. I'm just like, hey, I'll just give me a Miller High Life. I'll drink Keystone Light. I still drink Natural Light. In fact, I got a Natural Light in my refrigerator right now, which I'm about to have right now after drinking this brown ale. Nothing against the brown ale, but let me get a natural.
There's Jean-Pierre's link. You know what I drank when I got home from work today?
What was that?
First, a little bit of wine. That Cabernet Sauvignon from, what's the name of this company? I was like, you telling me this company's been around since 1893? And then I started reading about it. I was like, oh, I get it. The Franzia family came to America in 1893.
All right, Franzia, yeah.
I've heard of Franzia, but I didn't know too much about that brand. But I drank a little
small
bit.
Bottle? Was it a small bottle? Pint size?
Oh, no, it's a huge. You want to see it? It's a huge bottle.
Let me see it, yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. Still in my Carlo Rossi, the big jug, but I have nobody to share the big jug with, so that's too much wine for me. It's a split.
No, this is a 1.5 liter bottle.
Stone Cellars, okay. This is a off-brand they have again. Okay. The people that make Franzia is not the wine group, right? Is it E&J, right?
No, it's a separate company, but it was. I was like 1893, so I looked up. What happened was the Franzia family was big, and some of the brothers broke off in 1974 and started their own wine company called Bronco Wine, and but it's owned by three Franzia brothers, so that's who owns Stone Cellars. But this is a Cabernet Sauvignon, and I got this big bottle for $6.99 at McLaren's on discount.
It's a good deal. You can't pass that up.
Tastes good, So I drank that, a little bit of it, and then I drank some Milwaukee's Best Light.
Yeah. So
Milwaukee's Best. We all know about
that case, folks. That's a good bargain for MB Light. That's a good bargain.
No, they did buy it and they sold it the next day. That was just a procedural thing. Miller is owned by Molson Coors. You're correct. David Cassidy's correct, but there's much more to the story. All they did was flip it. They didn't
get through all the red tape and then boom. So,
Right. They do not. If anybody thinks that Miller is owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev, that is not correct. Definitely not the case. It's owned by Molson Coors.
yeah.
Two families, the Molson family and the Coors family. It's literally a 50-50 partnership between two families.
Sure is. I'm still gonna be drinking this no matter what. I don't care what the thoughts are. I'm still gonna buy Natty Light.
What if they started supporting David Duke?
Hypothetical. We ain't gonna go there, man.
Well, you said no matter what.
I'll support that.
All right.
Well, then we'll talk about
All right.
it.
So yes, all right. There's always a cutoff point. All right. As far as promos, tomorrow morning at dawn, y'all know what I do at dawn. I got Scotch coming up. I got White Horse versus another Scotch. I got so
I was
many.
looking
Like
for that White Horse. I can't find it at my local. I'll check a few other package stores, but
hey, well, don't feel bad because I can't get it anywhere around here except one store had it, and I don't know why they had it, but they had those huge bottles, so I bought it. But I mean, all these other Scotch, I can get them like snapping my fingers. They got so many, I'm getting so sick of Scotch. I'm about to pull my hair out. But after I'm finished with that, then I'm going into brandy. I got some interesting brandy coming up. It'll be next month probably. And I paid, I got the huge handle, the big bottle. I think I paid $17 for it. Are we talking about big bottle? I don't know what you think about brandy, if you like it or not, but
one of my best friends, she loves brandy, and she'll mix. She loves Parmesan, the red berry flavor. I remember I had the Parmesan regular, the original, and I would add it to a Pepsi or a Coke, But now since I don't drink much soda at all, it's going back 2006.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't drink sodas. I don't much. Just mostly ginger ale, if at all. But she loves her brandy. But just give me a bourbon, give me a rum, give me blended Scotch.
Yeah, I like all three of those, and I have after brandy is done, I have rum coming up. I have so many rums. I've got some exciting rums, and then I've got tequila, and then I've got mezcal. So I'm gonna be busy over till January 1st. So, and Friday at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, we have Fandango Friday, and James P. Madonna has already told me he's got two things he wants to show, and he is ready to roll.
Cool. Good to see you. Good to hear from James. Good. Look forward to seeing him.
I'm very happy about that. And then Super Sunday's coming up.
I will be
I
there
don't know
for
what
that.
I'm gonna bring. I don't know what I'm gonna bring.
Neither do I. I'll bring something Sunday. So weather should be pretty nice this Sunday. My complex is having a pool party Saturday, excuse me. They've been doing a lot of renovations and trying to make the place spruce it up a little bit, so I can see some of the changes. So,
Well, that should be fun. That should be fun. A pool party.
Yeah. So I'll bring some water in my cooler.
You'll bring water.
And I swear, I just walk back to my apartment, go take a nap. I'll have to drive nowhere.
You're not going to go out on the town, huh?
No.
Then next Wednesday at the same time is Louisiana beers. Any beer from Louisiana. Oh.
Well, I'm just going to let you know. I know I can get some Louisiana beers, but unfortunately Wednesday I will not be joining you. So there you go. I will be in Jersey. So hopefully, Dave.
So what you're saying is that your family is more important than doing beer shows.
Family's number one, beer reviews 1A.
Y'all heard that right here on live on the internet. He puts his family ahead of beer tasting. Okay, it's all about priorities, folks. Now, any other promos for you?
Yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the review of the Cherry Street Brewing Oasis, or OASIS. That one that I did, and there was another one I did before that was that sour I had done for the sour party starter. So those are the two reviews I have. I still got two more beers left to review. Oh, I'll show you which ones I got. And I really didn't do that much shopping. It's just got a couple of things because of my trip coming up. I saw this at Total Wine. I got a pretty good deal of it. I got from Wild Leap, I got Side Bay, which is their double Indian Pale Ale with Idaho's 7 Cyro hops.
Cryo hops.
Cryo, sorry. Cryo hops is at 7.6% ABV. That's what it says. I could be wrong. 7.5 or 7.6. Wild Leap, that's in LaGrange. Here we have Wild Heaven, which is up in Avondale Estates, which is like a little suburb in Atlanta. But this is from Wild Leap, which I did their ETA Transcontinental IPA. It's the same, but you know. So yeah, so I got that, and I found this, and I think regardless if it was discounted, but I'm gonna do a review of it anyway. KBS chocolate chip.
Bazam.
Yeah. So I may do this 11.6%. So I may, before I leave, knock out these two reviews and get them done. And then again, like I said, I'll have that before I go on my trip. But before my trip, on next Tuesday, of course, I'll be joining you Friday for Fandango Friday. I'll have something. I'm kind of leaning towards doing something more of. I'll bring it. Whatever I bring, I'll find something. I'm still in that bourbon and the inexpensive bourbon and blended Scotch whiskeys that I've been looking around seeing.
Yeah, but that's cool because you can get a lot of them. Anyway, you can get a lot of
them. They're pretty good. The ones that I've shown brought, the Clan McGregors to the 10 High to the Ezra books. Those have been pretty decent.
Guess what David tells me on Saturday last week?
What was that?
He was like, look at he shows me this bottle, almost empty. I said, oh. He said, yeah, I've been drinking at 10 High. I said, oh, yeah.
Yeah, like even the benchmark.
David admitted that he liked 10 High.
Even the benchmark, I didn't know how popular that was back in the day, and I've been trying that, the Old Crow I had, the Cuddy. I haven't had the Cuddy Shark. Maybe I'll bring that, the Cuddy Shark. Maybe I'll bring that. So, or Old Smuggler. I've kind of decided one of the two to have, but I'll probably get a small bottle. And the other one I did see was a Jim Beam 717, the green bottle, the bonded one. The green label, the 100 proof bonded. Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Jim Beam bonded?
No, Evan Williams. Sorry.
Evan Williams. Yeah, the white and green label. Yeah.
Right. And then I saw the 1793. I think that's from Evan Williams, I believe, or that's from Jim Beam, I believe. I'm not sure, but there was a small bottle I was wanting to get, so may check that out. Yeah. I'll find something inexpensive this week.
Okay. I can show you what scotches are coming tomorrow morning if you want to see.
Sure. Let me real quick run down. Then I'll do Super Sunday. Will be on Super Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. Whatever. Bring beer, liquor, wine. Bring it. I said Wednesday I will not be in town. I'll be traveling. I won't be back until the 3rd of July. So,
you driving or are you taking a plane?
I'm taking a plane. So I will be enjoying time with family and whatnot. So that is it. My house here, 100 Pipers, right? Okay. All right. 100 Pipers. Look, I think I did see 100 Pipers at that store. Okay.
You want to know how much I paid for this 100 Pipers?
Go ahead. Drop the price on me. Want me to take a guess?
Yeah, right. Take a guess.
$11.99.
Well, this is not a lie. I got this bottle for $3.98.
Got to be bleeping kidding me.
I'm not joking. It's the truth.
Wow.
I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe it when I bought it. You know, $3.98 for
That's
700.
that's a 750 milliliter.
Yeah, $3.98 for 750 milliliters.
Jesus Christ, man! Wow.
You know, I wouldn't lie about it, but I mean, normally around here the price is like $9.99. You know,
Right. Man, incredible.
but if I see it for $3.98, you know I'm gonna buy it. Look how much I got left. So yeah, you know, is it any good? It is actually. Hunter Piper's is pretty dang good. It's one of the top selling whiskeys in India. Oh yeah, Southern Prohibition and what's the one from Kiln, Mississippi?
SBC. No, that we already talked
That's
about.
in Hattiesburg.
Okay.
What's that one that got the pecan ale?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know which one that is. The name escapes me.
Lazy Magnolia.
Right, I've had that one. Yeah. Yeah, the Lazy Magnolia is really good. So I really want to. You know, Mississippi's a very interesting state. You know, like I said, just the story reading of how, you know, after Prohibition ended in 1933, they still were not selling alcohol. Then finally, 30 years later, in 1963, they started selling alcohol.
Right, it was out. It was prohibited for 30 more years. But if you went to Mississippi in 1962, every highway that entered Louisiana, what's the first thing you saw when you crossed into Louisiana?
I don't know. Explain. I'm gonna.
A liquor store.
Oh, really? In Louisiana, every time you enter Louisiana or enter Mississippi.
If you lived in Mississippi, they did not allow liquor sales.
But when you enter into Louisiana, across that big bridge, and that bridge, what's that river separates the bridge when you leave Mississippi on I-10 to get to Louisiana? There's a bridge.
That's the Pearl River.
That separates Louisiana and Mississippi, right?
Didn't matter where you were crossing. The first thing you saw when you entered Louisiana was a liquor store at every state crossing, because all the Mississippi people on Saturday night would say, I got to go to Louisiana for a little bit.
Yeah, get some stash. Get your stash. Yeah.
So that the law didn't do any good. I'm sure Louisiana didn't want them to get rid of the law. Think about how much money Louisiana was making off of Mississippi's prohibition.
A lot of money. I mean, just like Alabama, they don't have gambling, nothing. I mean, only casinos they have is the Porch Creek Indians up in there in Choctaw County.
Oh, by Montgomery, yeah.
Yeah, Wind Creek, and then you got Victory Land, and you know that's it. But they have no gambling, no lottery, nothing. And then people now that Mississippi has a lottery, and of course they've always had gambling. People go to Mississippi and go play. And Alabama, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it right now. I don't want to get into political stuff with Alabama.
I don't buy any liquor in Alabama, because I went to Alabama once and I bought a $4.99 bottle of whiskey. All right. No, let me take that back. It was $3.99. After they rang it up with taxes and fees, it was like $9. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. And my daughter said, oh yeah, that's how it is. Like, you pay as much on taxes as you do the product. She's like, when I come home into Louisiana, I buy all my liquor in Louisiana, and then I go and bring it to Alabama. I said, oh no.
So I'm only time I'll step foot in Alabama unless something happens to a family member. I know. I mean, someone I know that's down there, I'll go. But
yeah, it was. You know what? It may not be that much.
Prices for beer and liquor is just absurd, man.
Yeah. You know, it was $3.99. It might have come out to like $7, but I'm still thinking, oh no.
God, Jesus Lord, help me. Taxes. Oh, Montgomery got to get his cut, right?
Well, they're just trying to. They say they're doing that to keep people from drinking a lot. I was like, no, that doesn't work, because they just go on a road trip and fill their whole trunk with liquor in Texas or
And most
Louisiana.
people do. A true story. When I was living in Mobile. I'll be real quick. Living in Mobile, a guy, he came back. I don't know where he went, but he had a truckload of hard liquor, of rums and all the vodka and gin and bourbon and whiskey, everything you name it, all the popular brands. And he was selling it out of his truck because the prices, and we didn't ask no one knew where he got it. I just looked around and said, and at that point I didn't have the money to get it. I just looked and said, wow, man, pretty good haul here. And but he was selling out of his truck because the prices in Bama are just absurd, and again, it's a state-run liquor, state-run, and they're not open on Sundays. And then the private stores are going to even charge you even a lot more. Now there's a Costco. Some of the Costco's, we have one. There's one in Mobile, but if you go outside of Mobile, maybe further up to Birmingham or Montgomery, or ones go further up I-65, one of the Costco's, whatever, they do sell, on Sundays you can buy, hard liquor, and it's not that expensive, especially the Kirkland's brand stuff that people tend to dismiss. But the Kirkland's brand is pretty good. I had the Kirkland's, one of their off-brand bourbons, whatever it was. I thought it was pretty decent,
Yeah, it's probably all made by Sazerac.
Yes.
And you like the Kirkland's light beer, right? You like
That is without question one of the worst beers ever made. 44 cans for $21. Yeah, you got a great deal. That's trash, people. Just pop it open like, psh. Thank goodness they don't sell that thing anymore. I haven't seen it. Ugh.
Kirkland's Light. That was a mess.
Does your in Louisiana, the Costco, you have a Costco, right? Do they sell hard liquor?
Well, it is Louisiana.
Yeah, I forgot.
I've never been, but I've never been to Costco.
Yeah. So your family relative lives in Birmingham. If that person has a Costco, I'm sure they do.
Well, definitely. Well, we got to get off the air, but definitely in Louisiana, Trader Joe's sells liquor. They have their own liquor brands. Yeah.
And of course the Aldi's, because Louisiana being the state it is.
No, Aldi doesn't sell liquor in any state.
Oh wow, okay.
They only sell beer and wine, no liquor. But Trader Joe's does sell beer, wine, and liquor in Louisiana.
Okay.
They have their own brand of vodka, their own brand of mezcal. They have their own brand of tequila. They have Trader Joe's rum, Trader Joe's straight bourbon whiskey. Yes.
So like I said, and of course all the grocery stores, we already know when I was down there.
Yeah, I mean,
Cash Saver, all of them, beer, wine, liquor, whatever. So.
Oh yeah, liquor. Yeah, like Walmart over here has liquor, and it's on the shelf just like a box of cereal. You don't even have to look. It's not even behind the counter. You don't have to tell the lady, "Give me that." You just go grab it yourself and check out. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining me. We did a lot of interesting things here. And next week you won't be around, but maybe David will join me because he can get Louisiana beers, as you know, since he lives here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Maybe some of the other beer talk people will join. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you. And y'all have a good night now, everybody.
All right. Be safe. Stay dry. Enjoy your week, people.
Yeah, and send us rain. We need rain.
Yes.
Thanks, Hector.
Pray for rain. Pray for rain, everybody. Pray for rain.